Hello! So yesterday's devlog mentioned the graphical rework, and there's been about 8 items that they want to rework because they added them into the game, but that was before they had Mod Alfred, so the team just created satisfactory graphics just to release the content, and then they were waiting for Mod Alfred, the artist, to come and improve it. So I've decided to go through all of these items, have a look at what they are now in Old School, have a look at what they are like in RuneScape 3 if they are in RuneScape 3, have a look at their past graphics, have a look at what Mod Alfred suggested they look like, and just give my opinion on what they should be. So to start off, we'll have a look at the odium and malediction wards. So these are the odium wards and the malediction wards. The odium ward is a level 60 ranger shield, and the malediction ward is a level 60 mage shield. Now as we can see, they're both recoloured obby shields. The odium ward is green and the malediction ward is blue. When we look at their stats, we realise they're very similar to the obby shield, which is a melee. Now I like the idea of having very similar looking shields around the same level, but I don't think they should be exactly the same or just recoloured. So let's have a look at what Mod Alfred is suggesting for these shields. So these are the concepts of the odium ward and the malediction ward. I like the base of the malediction ward. It's quite square, it's got the stripes like the obby shield has, and as for the odium ward, it's quite round, although it's got these spikes. Now I'm hoping the top spikes will be pointing up, though I don't think he's planning on that. So this is the malediction ward remake he's done, based on the concept art. It's got quite a good square base with the stripy bits like I thought the odium ward had, and he's got the nice spikes. It seems like a decent size, and I think it will fit quite well into the game. So here are 3 different types of malediction ward that Mod Alfred suggests. Now the first one is what the concept was, where he's got kind of the square base with the spikes at the top. The second one has the square base and it's got 2 orbs, and the third one is just the square base. Now for me, I imagine them to be a little bit wider as opposed to tall, though they do look quite cool. The one thing they do remind me of is dragon claws in RuneScape 3. Now personally, I don't mind either way, if it has the one on the left with the stripes or the one on the right without stripes. I'm not too keen on the one in the middle with the orbs. This is what the odium ward will look like. Now they released this in a dev blog recently, and he's asking if we want it big or small. Now personally, I think it needs to be about the middle of these two, although I do think the fact that the spikes are pointing to the side or forward don't look that cool. I think if they were pointing up, they might look a bit better, and maybe if the spikes on the shield weren't as big, it could look better. The next item they want to graphically rework is the occult necklace. So this is the occult necklace. It's quite a small necklace. It's kind of dark and purple to represent the occult. I think it's quite a small basic design at the moment. I'm not too sure what it was modelled from, and because it's not in RuneScape 3, we can't compare it to that. I don't feel that this requires a graphical update, although if there was a graphical update and it made it look cooler, then I don't mind it being updated. We just have to wait to see what Mod Alfred will do and what we vote on. So the next item they want to graphically rework is the graceful outfit. So this is the graceful outfit. It's quite a dull looking basic item, and even though it looks quite dull, I think it suits its purpose quite well. Now this is Mod Alfred's first design for the graceful outfit. To me it looks quite like heavy armour, but I do quite like the idea of having quite sort of detailed parts in the middle just to make it look kind of fancy. So this is Mod Alfred's second attempt to make the concept art for the graceful outfit. He said he took on the feedback, and I believe this is the original one on the right, and this is the improved one on the left. Now the head looks like it's got quite a heavy helmet on it at the moment, although I believe that's probably still a hood, because if you know what the graceful outfit looks like now, that is a hood, and I'm hoping that he keeps it as a hood. So after taking a lot of feedback, this is what Mod Alfred is suggesting we change the graceful outfit to. Personally, I quite like what this looks like. It's kind of got the basic graceful outfit feel. It's kind of got a cool mask to make it look like no XP waste, and it's got quite nice patterns to look at. I'm not too sure about the red and the green, but I think it works quite well. The next item they were talking about graphically reworking is the dragon pickaxe. This is the old school dragon pickaxe. It is basically just a pickaxe, but red coloured, and with the dragon items they always try to make them a slightly bit more special, just to make them look like something you want to get. So this is Mod Alfred's first attempt to try and rework the dragon pickaxe. The front looks like a pickaxe, but the back has got this large plume of dragony bits to it, and it's quite big, and I think it looks rather chunky. This is Mod Alfred's latest tweet of what the dragon pickaxe would look like. I think the back end is rather big, and chunky, especially when we compare it to the old RuneScape model. So this is the old RuneScape model, which I was quite favourable to. It's got a basic handle, the pickaxe bit at the front, and for some reason it's got this fan at the back. Now I don't know whether Mod Alfred was going for something similar to this, with the plume at the back of his design, but I prefer this design quite a lot because it doesn't look as chunky, it looks quite simple, and the design's been in the game for a while. Although saying that, a lot of people didn't really enjoy the dragon pickaxe, but I think if you could find somewhere between his design and this current design, I'd be quite happy. So this is what the RuneScape 3 model looks like. Personally, I don't think it looks much like a pickaxe, but I do like the fact that it's quite sharp on both sides, and I think Mod Alfred can keep that in mind when he's designing it. The next thing they want to graphically rework is the Staff of the Dead special attack animation. So this is the Staff of the Dead. It's quite a powerful staff, you can read about it on the wiki, but the main thing that they want to rework is the special attack. Now the staff's special attack is that it halves all melee damage for 1 minute at the cost of 100% special attack energy. This effect stacks with the PvP damage reduction effect of Protect from Melee Prayer. Now as we can see, the special attack is where the player holds up his staff slightly, or gives it a bit of a twirl, and a head appears, similar to the barrow's heads. This is signifying that the player is now protected for a minute. Now we've not had a design for what this could be from Mod Alfred yet, but keeping in mind what the special attack is, and what the current special animation is, we can come up with an idea for what this could be. Personally, I think something where you hold up the staff and a shield comes around you to show that you are protected, similar to some of the animations from the magic abilities in RuneScape 3. The next item they were talking about graphically reworking was the Kraken Tentacle inventory icon. So this is the Kraken Tentacle inventory icon. Obviously because it's an inventory icon it looks quite small. But the first thing when I see this is I don't think Kraken Tentacle, I think of the unicorn horn. Now we can see the unicorn horn here. It's quite a basic pointy object, and if we look at the Kraken Tentacle, it's very similar. It's only more yellow and it's got white points on it to represent the spikes. Now we've not had a suggestion from Mod Alfred yet, but I think he could do something quite good for that. And finally, the last graphical rework they were suggesting was for the Steam Battle Staff. Now this wasn't on the dev blog when I was making the video, so let's have a look at what the Steam Battle Staff looks like in game right now. So the 2007 Scape wiki doesn't actually have an image of the Steam Battle Staff, but this is what the Steam Battle Staff looked like in around 2009. It's a very basic staff with a light blue, slightly cyan coloured orb at the top. From the RuneScape 3 wiki I found out that this is what it looked like just after the graphical rework but just before the EOC. I quite like this design. It's kind of got this hook and this blue orb to show that it's still a mage staff. The one thing I think about this is it's quite a small staff compared to the other staffs in the game. So this is what the current Steam Battle Staff looks like in RuneScape 3. I'm not really a fan of what this will be in old school, but I think we can take a look at it and think of designs for what the Steam Battle Staff could be. Now obviously the fact that the orbs always being quite a blue cyan colour, and we can see they kept the colour for this. They've got this big hook and a big spike for the Steam Battle Staff. Also other staffs in old school is the Smoke Battle Staff. Now I was wondering if they missed this out, or maybe they mixed up the Steam and the Smoke Battle Staff on the dev blog. But this is what the Smoke Battle Staff looks like in old school. If they're going to be reworking the Steam Battle Staff, I quite like the idea of having something similar to the Smoke Battle Staff. If they could have a staff with a hand at the top and the orb in the middle floating there, that would look quite cool. So there are all the items they want to graphically rework. Personally I like some of Mod Alfred's suggestions. The ward shields I feel look quite cool, although they need a bit of attention to make them look a bit more old school. The dragon pickaxe I feel needs to be redone. I really like the graceful outfit. I'm really hoping that he can come up with something cool with the occult necklace, the Staff of the Dead special attack animation. I have confidence the Kraken Tentacle inventory icon will be fine, and I'm hoping the Steam Battle Staff rework will have some similarities to what the Smoke Battle Staff looks like. If you like this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.